Hi, everyone. Danielle and Matt Noyce here. Thanks for making the 1 Degree Outside Weather Network part of your daily routine, storms or sunshine.
If you enjoy these videos, we invite you to become a member at patreon.com/1 Degree Outside. Support our mission of continuing to bring accurate weather forecasts and science insights to one and all. This 1 Degree Outside video is brought to you by CrackX Foundation Crack Repair and Waterproofing. 40 years of prompt and economical service to New England homeowners, builders, general contractors, home inspectors, management companies, architects, and engineers. Be sure to visit crackx.com and mention 1 Degree Outside when you make your appointment for an incredible discount.
Hi, everybody. Wednesday Insights meteorologist Danielle Noyce here. Here's what we're going to cover in this video. Will we see the lunar eclipse? It's happening Thursday night. I've got an updated cloud cover forecast. Next warm up starts Friday, peaks Sunday with highs climbing well into the 60s. Lots of clouds around this weekend, but mainly dry. There may be a few showers here or there. The next round of rain, the heaviest rain, will hold off until late Sunday evening and night, may linger into early Monday, particularly in eastern New England. Comes with some strong wind, too. We'll talk about the timing of that. Eclipse, we've got the Earth in between the sun and the moon, and the Earth is casting the shadow onto the moon. A lot of times the soft shadow is when it looks a little dimmer, but the hard shadow, when we are right in it, gives it kind of a reddish hue and appearance, oftentimes called the blood moon. And obviously timing is everything, and cloud cover. So here's the timeline first. The shadow eclipse begins at 12:55 a.m. Thursday night. So this is a Thursday, middle of the night, pre-dawn on Friday experience here, with total eclipse beginning right around 2:30 a.m. until 3:30. Mid-eclipse is right at 3 a.m. And then it does linger a little bit longer in terms of the partial eclipse, with it ending by 5 a.m. So 1 to 5 a.m. Thursday night into early Friday morning is the key time frame, okay? So let's look at the predicted clouds. Tomorrow, there will be a lot of clouds around. There'll be some sun in central and northern Maine. And notice they kind of fill in through the evening hours, but not much precipitation, maybe a sprinkle on Cape Cod. I'll stop things at 1 a.m., okay? So the partial eclipse, lunar eclipse, by the way, no need for any special glasses, not like the solar eclipse. You can just look straight up and see it. And there are some holes that develop in the clouds across northern New England. Watch what happens between 1 and 3 a.m., the peak of the eclipse, right? Some of those areas do expand across far northern Vermont, northern and eastern New Hampshire, into central Maine, maybe a few holes here in central New England too. I wish this was a clear-cut, clear sky forecast. It just isn't. Between 3 and 5 a.m., maybe a little more expansion of that clearing near the lakes region. But many of us in southern, eastern New England are kind of locked in, and there are some mid and high level clouds that are in place. So you may be able to see kind of a dim view of it at times, but the greatest chance of that partial clearing is in the northern half of New England, especially. Meantime, you know, if you've watched this Insights video before, we like to take a look at atmospheric energy. We call it vorticity in the atmosphere, these little bundles of energy that are 18,000 feet high in the sky. And a lot of times I'll say, okay, this next disturbance is out in the West Coast. This time, our next significant rainmaker that comes in Sunday night to early Monday is out in the central Pacific, a few hundred miles east of Japan. So look at these little clusters that are coming together. Those will work their way into the Pacific Northwest by the time we get to Friday, with areas of rain and intermountain snow. They'll dive south through the Rockies and then pick up Gulf moisture, pick up some warmth as it climbs northward here up the eastern seaboard during the day on Sunday and into Monday right over us across the Northeast. So if there has been any change, it's to slow down the timing just a bit in terms of the heaviest rain holding off until Sunday night into pre-dawn on Monday. Until then, high pressure's in control, but we've got warmth that's coming back into the mix. So that does generate some clouds. There may be a shower on the Cape and Islands, by the way, during the day on Friday. Otherwise, varying amounts of clouds and sunshine through the end of the week. Friday's a pleasant day overall. Saturday, too, clouds, breaks of sun, maybe a stray shower in western New England. That's the warm front. So there may be a few showers, in fact, by later Saturday evening and night. That's a sign of the warmer air coming in. Sunday, this is the map at noon. Notice where the heaviest axis of rain is, still well off to our west. So yes, there may be a few showers, particularly in western and northern New England on Sunday, but I think a lot of us squeeze out a mainly dry day. The wind is going to ramp up, and then the cold front sleeps through Sunday night into Monday, and there are signs that it may slow down a bit. You saw that in the atmospheric energy we took a look at, so that on Monday, eastern New England may still be into some pockets of heavier rain. A little too early to say how much, but a half an inch to an inch seems pretty reasonable, with some higher totals possible in southeastern New England. Let's talk wind. Saturday's a breezy day, some 15 to 25 mile per hour gusts out of the south, warmer wind direction. But look at that. By Sunday, boom, yeah, we see some gusts 40 to 45 miles per hour as early as the mid-morning hours. That wind out of the south, so it drags in the warm air. But even during the afternoon, you notice those gusts expanding, many 40 to 50 mile per hour gusts. And Matt talked about this a little bit yesterday in Insights, that there's a core of wind just above our heads, a low-level jet. And the question becomes, how much of that will be able to expand it down to the surface here? So the south coast may see some gusts 50 to 60, maybe isolated gusts higher than that on Cape Cod. Most of it occurs, again, Sunday into Sunday night, coinciding with that heaviest rain sweeping through too. By Monday pre-dawn, still probably some rain likely in eastern New England, along with some gusts from down East Maine to Cape Cod before things will dwindle after that. So two things we'll watch, right? The damaging wind gust threat, because some pockets of isolated outages and damage will likely occur, and the rain timeline as well. Number-wise, Thursday's highs in the 40s for many of us. Thursday night, 20s north. All right, the eclipse, you saw that cloud cover. Some partial clearing north will allow those temperatures to drop. Many of us 30 to 35 in southern New England. 50s on Friday, a pleasant day overall, not much wind. It's still coming in off the ocean, less than 10 miles per hour. Friday night, clouds increase, but we're above freezing for most of us. The clouds, the sign of some of the warmer air that's pushing in. And that by Saturday, we're going to be either side of 60 degrees in many spots. I do think there'll be a lot of clouds around, but breaks of sun. Hey, wind coming out of the south, southeast, generally, 10 to 15 miles per hour, a few higher gusts. So really nice early spring day overall. Sunday, well into the 60s. Could we hit 70? It's not totally out of the question. I think if we had some breaks of sunshine, it would be doable. Many of us, though, will top out in the mid to upper 60s with the highest risk of showers in western and northern New England. Then the band of steadier rain pushes in. You'll see it in our app. Of course, you can pinpoint your location, set several locations, send to us tab at the bottom, the interactive radar sponsored by CrackX. If you haven't downloaded it yet, give it a try. Let us know what you think. It's free on the App Store and Google Play.